It's time to have some fun. Light talk with Sam Beeman. We got skits and interviews. We got everything but the blues. It's on. Light talk is on. Light talk with Sam Beeman.
Hi, you're watching Light Talk. I'm your host, Sam Beeman, and we've got a wonderful show lined up for you today. I think I say that every single time, because every show is a wonderful show. For those of you who are probably wondering, where is Avery Jones? Well, Avery is a busy man, let me tell you. He has been doing all of these videos, not only for himself, but also with Heath Williamson. So check out Heath and the Checker Shoe Band. They've been doing a lot of great things there. You've probably even seen them on TV in the local market on Phoenix Cable. But for those of you on the internet, check out Heath and the Checker Shoe Band and also Puppet Improv. Those guys are doing a lot of great things. So let's just keep on rolling. A lot has happened. I don't know what I'm saying now, but a lot has happened since the last time we came to you. Tim Carroll, who was on the last episode, called me and he said, "Hey man, I just want to let you know I wanted to go make a car payment," and this person said, "I saw you on TV last night." And then next thing you know, everybody came out to greet him. So they were really excited about his Binky Bobo character, and Tim even said that he stayed in that character for like the next day, all day at work. That was who he was a Binky Bobo, and he couldn't shake it. And I said, "Did you even realize what you had on your wrist?" He said, "What? It was a doll." I said, "That was Mr. Bill. Like, oh no, Mr. Bill!" Falls off of a building. Never heard of it. So he had no clue that he had Mr. Bill, and he calls it Binky Bobo. So now Mr. Bill is a Binky Bobo. Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. We'll be back in just a moment with our special guest, Buddy Cuervo.
Welcome to another edition of Signs of the Times. Boy, it sure is hot in here, and my makeup tastes awful. We are the only news station crazy enough to bring you crazy news. I'm your host, Jay, no relation to Jimmy or Sky Walker. Our first story involves a mermaid wannabe in Florida. Originally, the woman was told that she could swim in their community pool with her giant fin. After seeing the big fin in action, they decided, oh wait, we better check our handbook. Oh, right there it says, no swim fin policy. This, of course, had nothing to do with the fact that she was scaring the daylights out of small children and people who were half blind. In other news, officer uses hot dog bits to rescue dog from roof. In Vancouver, Washington, a man was leaving his house and was startled when his dog started to bark. He looked up on the roof, and what did he see? It was a menacing 15-pound chihuahua. The man called the law enforcement to come out and expected an officer, but unfortunately he got Ace Ventura, Pit Detective. Moving right along, many churches have decided to become more evangelistic with their church signs. If you want to reach people who just got back from their vacation at the beach, this may work for you. Or perhaps you don't know God and you like to shop. This may grab your attention. What does that even mean? And lastly, if you like to feel clean at church and have ever used Mr. Bubble, this may work for you. Speaking of soaking, I am burning up here in the studio today. I need to clean my glasses. That's better. That's all the time that we have on Signs of the Times. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night, and remember, stay crazy.
Well, we are back and we are ready for our interview today with our special guest. Now, this friend of mine, Buddy Cuervo, I've known him for years. I mean, we go back at least at least longer than a year. I know that. And I used to work at this advertising agency where I would send artwork off, just designs that needed to be printed. And so we gained a mutual friendship through that because of some of the Christian T-shirt designs that I sent, and he was really impressed with. So we were able to share about things in the Lord. And so here we are, fast forward to today, and Buddy has a story that he'd like to tell you. So please welcome Buddy Cuervo.
What's up, Sam?
Hey, come on in.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. So I see you got the complimentary water.
I did. After being here for a little while, we talked to the landlord. We need to get some air conditioning up in this place.
Yeah, I know. It would be nice to be able to at least have a window unit or something in here.
Natural AC is good, but you got to have some airflow.
If I were to turn on the one fan that we have in here, we would not be able to hear this interview.
Huh?
See? And I'm glad that you were patient enough to wait for the weed eater to stop.
No worries. I thought you were cutting, but then you were in here, so obviously it wasn't you weed.
Yeah, it wasn't me. So, for those of our those that are watching, for those that are watching,
a little Jim Carrey going.
Yeah, a little Jim Carrey. Hello there. They're wondering, who is Buddy Cuervo? So what could you tell them?
That's a good question. Who is Buddy Cuervo? I'm Buddy Cuervo.
Yes.
I'm just a guy that loves God. God's blessed me in the last probably 9 months with the opportunity to own my own business, and it hasn't been an easy road. I've come a long ways. My parents were alcoholics growing up, and my mom passed away when I was 12. So, that's a turning point in a person's life. A lot of children at that age would use it as a, deterrent to know God, as a way to push away. It's like, why would God, who's a loving God, do such a thing as to take one's parent away? Well, it happens a lot. But it's where we make the choice. Do we grow closer to God and persevere and move forward, or do we allow Satan to draw that wedge between us and push us away? Well, I, used it to grow closer. It was a time where, my brother, which is 11 years older than I am, decided, I need a good role model, a stable life, and a Christian atmosphere to grow up in. And he and my sister-in-law took me in. So I was 12 and they were 22 years old, taking almost to be a teenager.
And were you, now at that particular point, I know you mentioned that growing closer to God, but during that time, the teenage years, did you feel yourself growing closer to God at that point? Or, having alcoholism, in the home and death and all of this stuff that surrounds you, and it really affects a child, a teenager and everything. Did you run in a different direction, embrace a different lifestyle? Did God call you back?
I think God used that to draw me closer to Him. Fortunately, that was the time of my life where I was starting to learn and know God. And for whatever reason, it's like I saw it as a positive influence, because when I was living with my parents, I was starting to get in trouble, hanging out with the wrong crowd. I was living on the south side of Columbus, close to Baker Village. And everybody, people say, Victory Drive, Baker Village. Whoa, And like, yeah, I used to live out there. I know what it was like. And, it's like, and then God moved me to the north side of town with my brother. And it's like, whoa, this is a totally different atmosphere here. It's like, I'll go from living in a trailer to a house. It's like, I always wanted to grow up on my own trailer. And then I'm living in a house, like, I don't want the trailer no more. Nothing wrong with trailers, but you just
that was what you were used to, and that's what you
just learn a different perspective, a different, have a different idea on life and what the possibilities are. And then, work ethic and all that was being instilled in me. Even though my father was alcoholic, he still worked hard. I won't take that away from him. But he just chose different areas in which to live his life that aren't healthy. And so I didn't want to live that way. And so God has showed me a different way. And I worked 22 years for the same company, and then an opportunity became available for you rubbing off on me. I'm getting tongue-tied.
You sure it's not the lack of AC in here?
It might be. But no, God, allowed me to mature and grow and show me many aspects of a business that, is what I know, and that's making T-shirts. And so I was introduced to an individual that was selling his company, and we're working it, and God's blessing us with good customers. We'd like to have a good Christian clientele, because I believe that as Christians we should lean on one another to, not only grow spiritually, but also to help, in the business market where you can go to another Christian company and realize that you're not going to be taken advantage of. And that's what I like to have.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a break here because I hear that the weed eater is back again. So let's take a break, and we're going to pick back up with this story with Buddy Cuervo on Light Talk.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what DCTALK is, and I'm certainly not down with it. Thank you for calling the text emergency hotline. Goodbye. My first call here.
Good job,
and I
Ted.
didn't
Good job.
lose consciousness.
No,
It's great. It's great.
You took it like a pro. Don't
Well,
be nervous.
that means a lot coming from you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You've been working here a long time, and I appreciate
6 years.
I appreciate your guidance. You're very calm and collected.
Text emergency hotline. This is Freddie. How may I help you? Oh, yeah. Sure. ROFL. Yeah. That is really old funny lady. Uh-huh. Yeah. ROFL, really old funny lady. What's the text? You were driving down the street and saw someone fall in a manhole. Really old funny lady. Yeah, that makes sense. That's perfect sense. Okay. All right. Have a good day.
Excuse me, gentlemen. There's
that-
been some issues that we've noticed around here. Remember, we are the text emergency hotline. We need to help these people. They don't know the different language of text, so we are trying to help them. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
You are welcome. Joe. Okay.
You got it. It's all yours.
Text emergency hotline. How may I be of assistance? A text message that reads, "Call me ASAP." ASAP. That would be a small apple pie. Call me a small apple pie. Someone wants that pet name.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute young romance. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Whew, that was wonderful.
You've taken this with ease, man.
I feel
That was so sweet.
confident in myself.
That was wonderful.
Thank you,
that was really
friend.
great.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
TEH, text emergency hotline. How may I help you? So you got a text that says TTYL.
TTYL.
Try to yell louder. Yeah. So what does the text say again? My computer broke and needs to be fixed. Try to yell louder. Yes. That's all right. Bye-bye.
Oh, we're like superheroes here. Text emergency hotline. How may I be of your assistance? What? We have a text message that reads, HI. What does HI mean? What could HI possibly mean? I'm going to place you on a short hold. Would you prefer smooth jazz or some hard rock? All right, party on. Supervisor to Sector 7, please.
All right, guys. What's going on?
We have a little emergency here, Mr. Boss Lady.
Okay, what is it?
We have a customer who has received a text message that reads HI.
I've never even heard of
HI, what could that possibly mean? It's not in our database or our database.
Okay, well,
I've been here 6 years. I've never heard of it.
HI is pretty simple, and I'm just gonna let you guys handle this because I am SMH.
SMH? What do you reckon that means? Hi.
You know, that Tim Carroll story you had on last week was awesome. It was just really inspirational. You know, I'm like, man, how can I be a part of Light Talk? It's such a positive influence and can affect so many lives out there. I mean, the way technology and the internet, you can get stuff out there now. And so, you know, I thought me just start my business off with you trying to grow Light Talk, that maybe we could merge or something, or have some kind of partnership where I can help sponsor, get Light Talk out there. You know, we can do Light Talk T-shirts.
I think that's a great idea.
Hey,
I think the people out there would probably want a Light Talk T-shirt.
exactly. And I mean, if you want one, call me. My phone number is 706-320-5446. It's A2 Screen Printing. We're on Webster Avenue. It's our new location. So great things are in store for not just Light Talk, but also for A2. And just, you know,
It's okay to get emotional. I get emotional too.
it's touching. You know, but, you know, with Tim Carroll, you know, like for, give him a shout out. He did an awesome job in that song he sang, Teach Me. Man, it got me right there, you know. And it's
So if you want to say anything to Tim right now.
Hey, Tim, you want a T-shirt? You can swap out a T-shirt for a CD or something, you know. But
He's probably sitting there right now going, how can I get this man's phone number? Let me rewind the video.
you got to bring, was it Binky
Binky
Bobo?
Bobo.
That's right, that's right. You know, and we can do a little swap there or something. So, but that was, I guess, good. It's just, each day is, you know, God teaches you something new, and just to know that there's other people out there that want to have that relationship, and are, you know, it's not been an easy road. It's just, it's awesome to see God work, you know, from horrific incidents in people's lives to something that's just positive.
Yeah.
And sounds like, you know, Tim is working on that, and it's looking good for him.
I've always been amazed at just his outlook on life, which again is the reason why I asked him to be on the show, because I've known just about everything he's gone through in the past few years and seen how he's dealt with it, you know, and he's never been like, he's never just had a sour attitude. He's never been like, I just hate the world, you know. He's just like what you see, basically. I mean, he's got a great outlook on life, and it doesn't mean that he's trying to sweep that under the rug. You know, it's that he basically is genuinely thankful, you know, that he has air in his lungs, and that, you know, he still is able to walk and see and all these other things. And he looks at the blessings in life rather than the cursings. He focuses more on that, and that God has good things to come. Speaking of good things to
You
come.
need to get your dog in here on the skit. I mean, she's back there. She's jealous that you're in here and she's out there.
It's so funny that you mentioned my dog. Well, I tell you what, speaking of a skit, I think that you and I are going to be doing something. So are you ready for this?
Are you ready?
Uh-oh. All right, well, tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break. We're going to be back with some more fun with Buddy Cuervo. Well, we are back with Thank God You're Here. Now, Buddy is waiting outside the door, and our suggestion for this scene is aliens have crash landed in a Walmart. So, Buddy, are you ready? Come on in. Oh, man. Thank God you're here. Oh, look at this. This is unbelievable.
What's happened?
Oh, it's just destruction, chaos. They're everywhere.
They are.
Oh, man, look at... It's okay. It's okay. I think they're harmless. Oh, my goodness. What happened to you? Did this happen because of what took place?
Yeah, they knocked me down.
It knocked you down. Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness that they didn't take you.
They tried.
Oh,
But I beat them.
oh, great! That's good. That's the way to do it. So we could probably beat them with crutches.
They kind of bent it.
Oh, you kind of bent it. So they must have been pretty tough.
They were strong.
So where did you hit them?
And well, yeah, right there.
Okay, all right. So you hit them there.
The weak spot.
The weak spot, right in the armpit. Oh, wow! Way to go, Grandma.
I try.
Yeah. So we hit them in the armpit with crutches. We've got to get to an intercom or something. We got to let people know about this.
Do they have an intercom?
Oh, they've got several intercoms. We can let everyone know about what just took place here, of how we can fight them off.
We need to. Where's the office?
I believe we should be able to just make our way across. It's probably about 50 feet away. No problem. We just have to climb over stuffed animals and electronics. I mean, this place is a mess right now.
Can you lead the path?
I could lead the path, but no, sorry, I didn't mean to stab you in the foot. Here, you might need that.
I do
All right.
now.
Tell you what. What we're gonna do is we're just. I may need to get some juicy fruit and a water because I'm really
thirsty.
Yeah, I'm thirsty, and I hear that they don't like juicy fruit.
They don't like juicy fruit. Who doesn't like juicy fruit?
Well, it was in some movie I watched, I think. But the crutches in the armpit, that should work.
Yes.
I really hope they don't try and like take us up or anything like that. That would be horrible. So
Would they want an old lady?
you should be okay, but me, they probably want us. And I don't know if we're going to be able to spot them though, because I mean there's so many other beings here that kind of blend in. I mean this is a low prices. I mean always, and I see people here all the time that kind of fit their description. So
They all look alike.
they do. Scene. All right. So what do you think? What do you think's happening here?
We've been taken over by UFOs.
Okay, UFOs. Where has this UFO ended up?
Have to be Wally World.
Whoa! He got it! Oh my goodness! That's right. A UFO has crash landed in a Walmart.
Well, why wouldn't they want anything else? You got everything you want at Wally World.
That's right. Even aliens want to come to a Wally World.
Want a discount.
They travel from across the universe. Yes.
Oh, they brought their own checkout.
Because they're going to be alive for a while. All right, so Buddy Cuervo playing Thank God You're Here. Great job, man.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah. Now it's time to wrap up our edition of Light Talk. And
We're at that point already?
We're at that point already. I know. It flies by.
It does.
I mean, it's crazy. Like when and I've heard several people say this recently, that when they watch this show, they start off just thinking, okay, I'm going to watch a few minutes. And all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, the credits are rolling. What happened?
Exactly.
Because it goes by so quickly. And of course, even in filming it, it feels like it goes by quickly.
Yeah. For real, like eternity.
Okay. All right, so our scriptures today come from Matthew 4:18 through verse 20.
Is that scripture reading from a...
This is, our scriptures come from the iPhone. And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, or brothers, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith, or said, unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. So what does that say to you, buddy?
It means we need to put a net up around our shops. We got to catch the folks walking in, let the word be spread to them. We can't just pass them by when they break down on the street.
What are you trying to say?
I had to get that in there. I had to.
For those of you who don't know,
it's good. It's really good.
I was going to go see Buddy the other day to take a look at his new shop, and I was given some directions. And so I was told, take a right on to Webster and just follow down. You should see the building on the right. Well, I kept on following, and I'm driving by this huge building. I'm like, where in the world is it? So I get to the end of the street. There's a little house. I'm like, that's not it. And I put my car in reverse, and I look over to the left, and there's this sweet little old lady who's doing like this in her car. So I went, and I waved back, and had it reversed, and I just drove on back. And then I look back, and I see her hood popped up. I'm like, oh, no.
With this car with Transformers on the side.
Yeah, with scripture on my car. And I back up, and I see the sign. It says A2 Apparel. And I went, oh, thank goodness, I found the building. And so I rushed in, and I told Buddy and his one of his associates about it. And they just laughed at me, and they were like, this poor woman, you know. And I was like, yes, I feel so horrible. I'm not the good Samaritan today. And then I looked out the door. I was like, oh, great, somebody's helping her.
I couldn't help but pass it. I mean, I couldn't pass it up, with, just the fisherman. So it was like, wow, little old lady.
Yeah. So, for that little old lady who might be watching this, I really wanted to help you. And I'm so glad that somebody else did.
To Sam's credit, he's not very mechanically inclined.
There you go.
So
I know my limits.
It might have been worse if he had stopped.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and close out this episode of Light Talk. Again, thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And be looking out for A2 Apparel if you want a Light Talk.
A2 screen printing.
Was that?
A2 screen printing.
A2 screen printing. I've said A2 Apparel twice already. Yes, A2 screen printing. So be looking out for your Light Talk t-shirts there. Take care, and God bless.
Marilyn Grant says, the elves stage a walkout on Santa. I know you've probably already heard about the situation that's happened.
Yeah.
And you're okay with this.
It's on PNN, right?
It's been on all the news networks. I mean, here it is. I mean, this time of year, and this happened to us.
Really?
Yes.